What's going on YouTube? What's going on TikTok, man? I'm a little sweaty. I just got done installing the side skirts to my car, so I might put this in the beginning of the video. So basically, I started this project on February the 10th, and today's also the 13th. So it took me, I'll say, 3 days for a process. So all right, y'all, so going into this project, you're gonna need the side skirts, 3M tape, adhesive wipes, a Phillips screwdriver, and that's about it for the materials. So right here we have 3 10mm bolts, and at the front you gotta have 2. Walk over to the other side, you have 2 10s, one right there on the fender and one under. And also on the back, you have 3, your 2 right there and 1 under. So when you open the door, it's in the driver's side and the passenger side's front area. You have 2 screw areas. And in the back, you just have no nails. So we go up on the other side, and it's the same as the other side. Open the passenger door, and you see the 2 holes, and that's where your screws areas will be at. 1 and 2. Alright, so to take this off, you just want to move the flap and kind of pull this area right there to pop that rivet out. And once you pop that, you can easily just slide your hand and pop the rest off. Make sure your doors are all the way open. If not, the door is just gonna close them back tight again. So make sure both doors are open when removing the side panel. And these are the black tops that goes in each of these holes, and there's 8 on each side. So after you pop the top off, all you gotta do is just slide your hand and push with force all the way to the ground to pop those black little circles in the 8 sections that they're in. So since I did it on the driver's side, I'm going on the passenger side to show y'all what it looks like. Or if you don't want to do it by hand and mash them down, you can just use your tool to just stick it in there and kind of like flick it at an angle to where you pop them out. But since I did this multiple times, this is the easiest way. Slide your hand and press down, and then they'll just shoot out in the spots. Because when you put that pressure on there, it basically just pops them out that way. And then sometimes when you press down on them, it just squeezes it out, and sometimes the black little tops remain in there. And then, like I said earlier, you can just use the tool and wedge it and pop them out that way, because there's, out of the 8, I think there's only like, what, 2 that stayed in there, and that's how y'all do it. This is what it look like when you're done. Make sure you do a walk around to make sure there ain't no black tops or there's no rivets in the holes, because you gotta make sure you don't want to lose them, and place them back where they belong. And right now I don't see any rivets or anything, so we're gonna get into the side skirts now. Once you're able to get both ends and put the screw support in the middle to hold them all together, and also when you bring them in, or if you're doing this project outside, make sure you wash it and let it air dry good. With these side skirts, they come with adhesive wipes. So after it's dry, make sure you use the adhesive wipes and wipe them along where you're gonna put them at. So right here, y'all basically see the 3M tape that I'm using. The skinny one came with the product, and then the wider 3M tape I already had already. So right now I'm just basically using my heat gun to go ahead and warm up the tape, make it nice and hot to where it can actually stick on the side easier. Once I put them on, I just flip them over and I heat it just like that. So I heat it from underneath, and then I also heat it on the top edge to make sure that it really sticks good. So after that, y'all, this is what it looks like once you already did the cleaning process, the adhesive wipes, and you put it on. So on the back end, you got the short, tall side, and all right. So the flap is there. Literally raise this, put it under the flap, then connected this one part, the rivet. Then we're just gonna raise it up and hit the rivets, and then just keep pushing them in. So I pretty much connected the first 2 or 3 rivets. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the front. All right, when it comes to tying in your very front part, you want to make sure you go under this flap, slide the corner in, and then go ahead and pop the rivet in place. And then that's how you go secure the front. Because I was trying to go through the inside way in here and do it, but every time I try to do it, it'll keep getting caught on this flap. So you have to make sure the bottom of this, you push this back, slide it in, pop the rivet so it can stay in place pretty good. Then after you pop your rivets in all the way, everything will be flush. And go ahead and put your 2 screws back in. And then after that, we can easily just go ahead and close the doors to where it won't mess up the side skirt. And then you can just go ahead and put the 2 or 3 screws in, top, bottom, under to hold the flap. And then that's when we go ahead and put these in, and then the job will be done. All right, so pretty much we got 1 screw here, 1 screw underneath, and now we're gonna put these caps on, which will basically be right there. And all we have to do is just make sure you push it in. You'll hear a click noise and that'll be it. So basically the small holes, the small ones will go in these individual circles. And then the deeper holes, that's like this, there, and 2 more down. Deeper holes look like this. You put the long black caps in, and then small holes like this, you'll put the short ones. So you'll go short, short, 4 longs, long, long, and then the other 2 back there are shorts.